It's Corey and Denise with Does Size Matter, and we are at the Calgary RV Expo. Yes, in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, so all of our numbers are going to be Canadian dollars. We are at the Guarantee RV section where they have the Winnebago Navion. So in this video, we're going to take you on a tour of the Navion 24V. But in the corner someplace, I'll put up the actual nuts and bolts construction video for you to click on. Also, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that little notification bell, and then you'll know when we come out with more floor plans or, you know, competitors that you might also want to be comparing with. So check all of that out. And then the other piece of information I wanted to share with you is a place where you can go and get all the RV information that you need on manufacturers and models and new and used and all the different brands and their histories. You can even narrow it down to one specific RV, and you can get that information from rvreviews.net, and I will put the link in the description so that you can go there and learn from the same resources that we use. So now let's take a look at the 24V. So the Navion is built on the Mercedes-Benz chassis, and the information, the real specific stuff on this chassis is going to be in that nuts and bolts construction video. So we're just going to take you around and give you a tour of the 24V. I am kind of tight here, but we're going to go around and move down the driver's side first, just because that's how we normally do it. So let's go. So coming around the driver's side of the Navion, one of the first things that Corey and I noticed that we like is that there is a running board. So that just gives us an extra step to get in and out of the whole rig. The seat's kind of high right now. We'll get it adjusted to fit us. But the other thing that you need to know is that the diesel fill is here, and it's kind of latched in behind the door when it's closed. So it's safe and secure. Okay, so as we move down, you do get one slide on this floor plan. It has the slim rack mechanism, good bulb, good flap, nice topper on top of the slide. Those are all great features. And then the thing that isn't as great is I got to climb under the slide to open up the bins underneath here. So let's see how they go. How far are they going to hit? No, okay, so they don't hit, so that's good. Here is your propane. Oh, okay. So this looks like, yeah, it's the black tank, the black valve. This is where you're draining from. But it looks like maybe the gray is being attached to this through maybe a hose here.
So it must have a pump then.
It must. We'll have to go looking for that. Okay, so the other point is they did tell me that their tanks were not heated, but they did also say that they had ducting to heat it, which this is all open, so I don't think there's any real ducting, or if it is, it's just blowing warm air outside. So that is something to pay attention to, right? Oh, looks like the door needs some adjustment. And these are the kinds of things you want to check when you do your delivery inspection. Just make sure that everything's tight and calibrated right and put together, because all of those things are things you're going to want taken care of before you take it home, right? Okay, I got to climb under this sign. Or are you coming with me?
I'm coming.
All right, we're climbing under the sign, people. Come on through. Okay, what else do we got? Okay, so here's the black tank flush, and this will be the exhaust for your furnace. Did we mention the acrylic windows? I think we did in the construction video, but I want to tell you about them now. So these are not glass windows, and at first I was a little bit like, what the hey, right? But they don't move to a completely different product for no reason at all. So I found out that these acrylic windows are actually really durable, super good windows, and they are doing as good a job as a double pane window. So that to me is a huge upgrade. Plus they're a lot lighter. I was worried they might get scratched up and stuff, but apparently on this acrylic you can just buff them out. So here is your fill for your tank, you know, for when you're filling it up before you head out on the road. And then also here is your Truma AquaGo Comfort Plus on-demand hot water system. And we do feel like this is an exceptional system to have that Comfort Plus on there now. So in this compartment, what do we have? Okay, so down here is the gray, your pump, your outdoor shower. You've got a fresh tank drain, a fresh tank hookup. So how is the gray getting over to come out back there is the question.
Is there a pump or something?
Let me see. I can see that same hose that was back there has come up to here. And let me just look back here. Oh, I think there might be a pump way back in there. So maybe, I mean, I don't know this for sure, folks. I don't think you can see it. But I don't know this for sure, but if I'm putting two and two together, what I'm thinking is happening is the gray maybe goes to the pump, and then that same white hose that was back there attached to the drainage, it must pump it through there over to there. I don't know that for sure, but that is how the system appears to work. I haven't read anything on any forums or heard anything from anybody that complained about anything like that. So like I never even heard of it before. That does seem to look how things are going there though. Talk to your salesperson to make sure you understand all of these systems, because you need to know how your rig works before you head out on the road, because inevitably there'll be coming a time when you need to deal with it. So this is where your 30 amp electrical cord would be stored and comes out to go hook up to the post. A few challenges that I'm seeing here is it's normal to have an opening for the cord to go down so that when you shut this door and it comes up against here, the cord can just hang out. The problem that I'm seeing with that is you've got a hole that big for this cord to come out of. So what I'm more interested in is not what's coming out, but what's going in, right? Because it would make more sense to have a break in the seal that the cord went through than to have this great big hole here for this tiny little cord to come out of. Now, when you're in motion, your cord is packed away in here, there is this piece that comes up in and seals that closed. But I've been trying here for a while, folks, and I cannot get that to close. And there are little clamps here that would close it off, but I can't get it. So this is clearly a spot that Winnebago could do a little bit of upgrading, or maybe I'm doing something wrong and they can show you how to do it right. But whatever it is, if this is going to stay open and that's going to be there and this is going to be closed, you need to put something there. Like, don't you use like some
Steel wool.
Steel wool, yeah. Put some steel wool there, because that will keep things from climbing up into the inside of your rig there. Okay, so you also get 2 stabilizer jacks on this rig, so that's nice. Just gives you, I mean, you do have the dually chassis and all, but this is just going to set it up better for when you're out and about or walking around in there. Okay, coming around to the back, you're getting a backup camera. You are getting a ladder, fully walkable roof. You can take care of it. You take care of your slide. You do get a receiver hitch, 5,000 pounds, so you can tow quite a bit. I mean, we just put our bike rack in there and haul that kind of stuff around, but you can put stuff like that on there. Ooh, check this out. That's quite a bit of storage space there.
Hey, Mom. Wait, I need to see
The doors, this door has some pretty nice latches, but it's not that heavily insulated in there. So beware of your space in here. Yeah, I don't see any heating or ducting in there. So let's come around to this side. So this will be a second door to that same storage area so that you can reach stuff easier. That's nice. And what do we got here? Okay, so that's more storage. And here is your Cummins Onan 3600 propane generator. So that's nice to have. Down here is your propane connect, so you could hook your barbecue up, you could hook up your fire pit for that matter, and just have it out here. Going way up, you can see that you get a great, nice, large awning with all the LED lighting that I love. And then we get another compartment here. Let's see what we find. Okay, so more storage. Very nice. And this door is different, I'm noticing. So this one is going to be a more insulated door. All right, then you come around. These are going to be your steel stairs. They're nicely treaded. They'll just automatically go in for you. So that's nice. And this is an interesting door. And I'll show you, there is a screen to it, but it's a different type of door. So you've got compartments in it. You've got your garbage bin can go in there. You can put stuff here. You've got a little window. Let's see. So there is your blackout for that window. So I like that. And your handle. Now, let's just see. Oh, it is maybe it's not. Yeah. So it doesn't have a latch, but it's either stuck open or it's shut. So whichever way suits you best is the way it works. So let's go inside and check it out. Okay, well this one's different than the other B pluses, C's, whatever you want, because it has actual bed up here. This seems to be a pretty comfy mattress and spacious enough. You do have windows with ventilation. You've got reading lights. You've got a fan. You've got privacy curtains, and you've got a ladder that you can hook in right here to climb up and down. So, I mean, depending on who you are and how you want to use this unit, you might just want an occasional bed for guests or grandchildren or whatever. And if you don't, this just moves right on out of the way, and it would be a good spot for storage too. So depending on you and how you travel. Moving around to this side, this is where the slide is. So, I mean, it does add quite a bit of space, and remember, when you pull the slide in and it's sitting here, it's not blocking your way from using anything. I guess it would block you from having the table up, because the hole for the table would be underneath the couch.
You could have that other table.
But there is another spot, yeah, so you could have that table instead. So let's try this couch out. I really like this, actually. This is a good fit for us this way. I think it has a reclining piece. Oh, but yeah. Yeah. What do you think of that?
Nice.
TV's over there. Also, you can see this has got seat belts in it, so this is where your passengers could sit. This does not make down into a bed, just so you know. But you've got that one up there, and you've got beds at the back. Let's talk about this cabinetry. I also do like the lighting behind. It's kind of small, but it'll do the trick. I would like it if it didn't have this because you could put it all the way through, but I guess that had to be there for support reasons. I like that I can reach everything in there. I like the LED lighting. I like the curve and the sleek white of these cabinets as well. And then they lock with just the push of a button. So that's nice. Then we're moving around. We've got electric here. I'm just looking for any sort of USB ports or anything like that, because this would be mine and Corey's working area on these two tables. So I'm not seeing any of those, but you do have a plug there. Over to the kitchen. These are not solid surface counters, but they are very nice. So there's a laminate on there and it has a front an edge piece, but they look very well sealed, but that is the thing you want to think about. I'm not noticing any sort of pop-up or extra countertop space for work, but I guess you could also use the table that's there. What I do really like, well, there's a few things. I like that there is a big sink and it has split covers. So you get a nice square stainless steel sink. You can wash, you can drain, that kind of thing. You get a great big large tap sprayer. That's nice too. I like that these are split so that I could have a countertop surface and be using the sink. So that's nice too. But I also feel like this sink is just a little bit too big for this particular counter arrangement. Coming over to the stove. So they've done something a bit different here, trying to meet the needs of all different groups of customers by putting an electric burner and a gas burner in. So this is an induction that is going to take lots of power. Well, maybe not lots of power. It's going to use power though from your system, so it's going to be better when you're plugged in or if you have a Skookum solar system. And I just want to point out that this rig does have 450 watt solar panels, which is quite a bit. I read that it was 200 and then 300, but now the salesman's telling me it's 450, that's a standard choice. So that's going to help with your electrical use. And then of course if you're out boondocking and you're trying to save on power, you do have the gas burner. I don't think one burner is enough, but you do have that option, and you probably have a barbecue and things outside, so you'll have choices when it comes to cooking. Down here is, I believe these are Italian light ply cabinets, and I like the shape. There's tons of storage in here. We've got a little rack. Because this is so big though, I think that I would put a shelf in or some bins or do some sort of configuration that helps you use all the space. And if you look way back in here, you can see the metal plates that are used to hook into the wall, where there'll be an aluminum plate behind there that this is screwed into. And then you can see how the cabinets are also screwed together. And it's got its water filter there too. And then these just lock in place again. Coming back here is your drawers. So it's interesting. All manufacturers do this. They put a big drawer front on, but in fact, this is the depth of the actual drawer. Again, it's the light ply. You've got the nice roller glides. It comes out all the way. These are lit. They're very proud of that feature. It's not a problem that I've ever had, not been able to see in my drawers, but it's there and it's kind of cute. And they are the soft close, and you get 3 of those. If we go up, we've got a microwave oven. This is not a convection microwave. You know what? Is it?
It's got an element.
It is. I was just saying it's got an element in it. This is a convection microwave. Yay! Good for you guys. It's a bit high, which is always a problem when you're pulling hot stuff out, but it's definitely usable. We can come back here to the fridge, and this is a pretty big fridge, and I love that it has a separate freezer in it. I'll get the numbers for you as to how big it is. The other thing though to note about it is that this is an all electric fridge. So again, you're going to need those solar panels or your generator in order to keep this baby going when you are not plugged in. I see there's also a cabinet up there. Oh, it's not really a cabinet. It's, you can see your solar charging and your battery and your gen start, your slide, all that stuff. Wonderful, just a bit of a bugger for us to reach, eh? So coming on up, I also wanted to show you, so the TV's here and I'll get you the numbers on the size, but it opens right up and there's actual storage back here. So they've built in like your paper towel holders, a little cubby here and a little storage up there. So I get the point. It's good to use the space behind the fridge. I'm not sure if I need a built-in paper towel holder. I might just want this to be even and use that all as cupboard space. But that's what they've chose to do with it. And then you can just reach that from there. Just want to talk about the window here because this is a really big open window and the screen system is different over the acrylic where you can let go of it here and it just rolls up and then you have a completely open window. And then when you're in a buggy area, you can just shut the screen. If you want to close the window, like for room darkening or privacy, you can just lift it up from the bottom. And I really like that because I can keep this part open, take a look out, but I do have some blockage from the bottom. So that's nice. I also wanted to show you that the screen door is one that just rolls out as well. So that's nice because you get the whole door still and it's put back, but when you close your door, you do have that garbage can and those kinds of things out there. So that's kind of a nice feature. Now, let's go back here and take a look in the bathroom. This is a decent sized bathroom. This is a big, wide shower. It is, now Winnebago builds all their pieces and things, so it is a pan, 2 pieces, and it wraps around. It is fully caulked. It feels really solid. So I do like that. What's our, oh, and you got a little skylight there. And this is different, but it seems like a pretty decent shower and tap. And then here's the, okay. So we've been seeing these lots. I haven't heard any complaints about them. I worried that there could be mildew and stuff when it rolls up if it's wet, but I gotta tell you, oh, plus I was worried that this could be breakable. After being in this rig at this RV show and seeing how many people, children come through and smash this around, this is obviously a very sturdy door because it has showing no signs of wear and tear. So, and there's been a lot of kids carrying on with this shower door. The toilet is a porcelain Dometic foot flush. There is some little storage racks back here. You got access to your water pump. Let's take a look here. A little bit of storage in there. That's nice. And I do like this sink. It's just a small sink and that's fine. Good tap, but you do get all this countertop. So in a small rig, small bathroom, you do get that. I like the mirror and you do get more storage up here. So that's quite a bit of storage. This is a different fan. I don't know a lot about it. It seems to me that there probably could have been a better fan put in there. It seems kind of small. And is there a switch? I'm not sure. Because if that's the only way, well, I guess I could stand here and reach it. So yeah, you could. You don't need a switch. You could do it from there. I like the shape. It's a nice enough bathroom. Where's the door? They must have taken the door off.
Oh, probably. For the show.
For the show, yeah. So I wonder if it opens out. I guess it would,
yeah,
hey?
because there's a latch.
Right. Yeah. So it would open out in that direction and then close. So this particular model has the twin beds, but of course there's a piece that would fit in here and this cushion would go there to make a very big bed, and I will see what I can do about getting you the dimensions for that. As I sit here though, like maybe I'm just tired from being at the show all weekend, but I could curl up and have a nap. These are very comfortable mattresses. Also, I love the amount of windows back here. And looking down, there is venting for heating and quite a bit of storage there and there. So that's nice. Now, let's talk about the storage up here. Oops, there we go. So that's quite a bit. And then over, well, let's do these first. And they're easy to reach, right? Because you just kneel up. I mean, they're quite deep. I like those. You get reading lights, and they've got these little drop-down bins here too that you can put your things in. And then more storage on this side. And that's equally large. So I like that. And then you've got the same system of privacy blinds and screens and openers and everything here. There's also a TV here and adjustable shelving and closet space. I'm thinking, I just want to point out that these pieces here are booster seats to go on the front seats from the cab to make them higher so they fit the rest of the seating throughout the rig, because there's a bit of a step down there. So I'll show you that when we go into the cockpit. Okay, so let's move up then to the cockpit because I want to show you a few things. First of all, this, that is a bed, or you can have it for storage. I mean, it's pretty close for me to get under. I mean, those of you who are taller might want to just flip it up and that opens up your space. So there is that step down here, and that's where you want to take those booster seats, because this is going to swivel all the way around, and then you put the booster seats so that it adjusts for that and you're sitting up at a regular height for this table. So let's see. These are comfortable seats. I do love this large window, and you know, it's pretty comfortable. The windshield's big. There is a windshield cover around here just to give you more privacy, and if you are in colder climates, it's that you lose a lot of heat through these windows, so that would be nice. Or hot climates, you get a lot of heat through those windows, right? So a little bit of storage there. I mean, it's comfortable. It's a bit high for me, like my feet are, but I'm sure I could lower this more. So I think it'd be comfortable to ride in. Guess what? I could actually drive this one. I mean, Corey usually does all the driving because I just don't feel comfortable driving a 42-foot rig, but this is only 24. I think I could do it. I mean, these seats are really adjustable, so I could get a lot closer. It would move up or down. The back's going to get better, so I think it's very adjustable. Also, this is a telescoping steering column, so that's going to be good. You've got all of your buttons to control your nav and radio and phone and all of those kinds of things, so that's pretty good. There's a nice screen here. The seat controls are actually on the door handle themselves, along with window controls, so I think it's pretty good. I see that there's a little light here that shows you that your stabilizer jacks are down. So just in case you start to drive away, you would catch that before you ruined those. So that's a nice feature to have. So while we're here, why don't we talk about some of the numbers on the 2020 Winnebago Navion 24V. Let's see. Now remember, there are two other floor plans as well. So this is just for the V, but they'll be similar. The length is 25 foot 5 inches. The exterior height 10 foot 8 inches. The exterior width 7 foot 6 1/4 inches. The exterior storage 33.6 cubic feet. That awning that we saw out on the other side is 16 feet. The interior height 6 foot 8 inches. The interior width 7 foot 3 inches. Okay, so those tanks, the fresh water capacity, and of course these are built in the US, so it's in gallons, is 31. The black tank is at 41, and the gray tank is also at 41. The propane, they're saying 12 gallons. This has got the 170-inch wheelbase. The GVW, 11,030 pounds. And the fuel capacity is at 24.5 gallons. Couple of other small details that I wanted to share. 20,000 BTU ducted furnace, 15,000 BTU AC with the heat pump. Last but not least, we have the price on this, which is at $184,990. These rigs are built in the US, and when they come to Canada, there's an exchange that has to be attached to them. So I think that's what you're seeing there. You know, it's a nice rig. You can probably get some rebates and things at the show. So, you know, if this is the one for you, awesome. We'll see what we can do about finding some other of the Navion floor plans to show you, but we do have the construction video up in one of the corners, so click on that so you can get the nuts and bolts. Also, we'll put up one of our adventures. We love having you guys come along on those. So hope you've liked this tour. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Don't forget that, hit that little notification bell so you know when the others come out, and we love having you along with us. Thanks for watching.